Na, üdv mindenkinek! Folytatjuk a Fallout 4-et a főküldivel. Menet közben egy kis felfegyverkezésen is túlestem. Megcsináltam a csúzlikat. Ez most a fegyverarzenál. Talán majd egy lángszorót is kipróbálunk még, de meglátjuk. Megcsináltam az ellátmány útvonalat ide. A reptérre. Így ami az összes többi helyen van, az van itt is, és így nem kell megkeresni dolgokat, elméletileg. Szóval most megépítjük a cuckost, amit meg kell építeni. Legyen még ide. Ez van, ez nincs. Tedd a helyére a prizma platform felé. Melyik a prizma platform? Ez. Ó, is snappelődik, nagyon fasza. Jó, ennek kell 2 áram, ennek 20 áram, ennek csak sima áram. Jó, kell áramot csinálni. Az egyiknek kell 20 áram, a másiknak meg nem sok áram. Nem is tudom. Akarunk itt valamit bütykölni. 10-et tudunk max, vagy 100-at a nagy reaktorral, de 25 alumínium kéne hozzá. Az a baj, hogy alumínium ithez kell. Jó, ezekhez nem, de...
I'll send for you if I need.
Ott lehet menni, jönni? Nem lehet. Ez is egy ajtó, ez sem működik. Nem tudom, hogy itt mit tudnánk még csinálni, szerintem nem sok mindent, úgyhogy ide tesszük az áramokat le. Ez is megteszi. Nem pont így akartam letenni, de most már így van. Így. Mondom, itt maradsz. Erre a másik. Erre a másik. Ez így 25 áram, elméletileg elég kéne legyen. Furi a dolog. Furi. Oké, innen tovább, hogy mennek? Áram nem elég. 20. Ja, 25. Aha, akkor 27-28 kell még egy generátorkő. Még egy generátor. Nagyon közel van ottan, de... megoldjuk. Erre nem kell a bölcsel.
Maxon's waiting to talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Fazom, boros. Az itókám. És az nem jó.
We don't have time for this, Knight. Say something.
What are the details of my mission?
I'm glad you asked. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
Ajaj, atomtechnológia? De nem atombombát akartok bevinni, baszki.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That's... Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is classified. I'm sure you understand. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Okay.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Csináljuk le, van basszva.
Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Érdekes. Előtte hekkelek egy kicsit. Lopkodok, amit lehet. Ilyen ez a pop szakma. Tudta, hogy el van térítve a jel. Logolta a gép.
It's stuck.
Tök modernnek néz ki minden, ez mi a... Érdekes.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Can't pick this. Busted. No way to pick this. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt,
What's
are you?
going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I
I
do?
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean,
Hát nagyon hasonlít valaki.
S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
De a gyerek... Mi a fasz? Szint a gyerek? Mi a picsa? Hogy nőtt meg? Kicserélték? Mi a lófasz van itten, baszod?
This really is a matter of importance.
Mi a lófasz van? Na jó van.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. As you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just... help me understand what's going on
I
here.
promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication, it's good to finally meet you. After all this
Mi az,
time,
hogy ő a fiam? Hát mi a lófasz?
it's me. I am your son.
Mi van?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never scientific curiosity, and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done.
what kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some what else can I say, to ease your mind.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to
What
you?
would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Húha. Maradjak az intézettel. Az tény, hogy ez az új.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
Brotherhood of Steel elöljáró. Kicsit furi. Hát nem is tudom. Kurvára kéne tudni többet.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
Jó, legyen.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Na jó van, bazd meg akkor. Ez felettem van, vagy alattam? Ez így gáz, mert ahol alattam van. Kupára nem vágom, hogy mi előfeszol.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3
There we
roll
go.
out.
All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Yeah. I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories. And the work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us.
Curious.
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here
The
long?
construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Okay.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm...
Biohely, a
It's hard to
biotudományos
stand
cucc.
out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the
They're
subject.
still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
It's great to have you here.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Oké. És most mi lesz? Az acéltestvériség is be akar ide jönni, a másik banda is be akar ide jönni.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food
I
supplements.
want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
És tudom. Lehet, hogy nem fogok segíteni az acéltestvériségnek. Nem tudom, a vasút az nem tűnik életképes szervezetnek.
What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Lehet, hogy itt kéne maradnom. Az a gond, hogyha az acéltestvérisége vagyok, tuti megtámadjuk a helyet, és tuti, hogy így gyilkolás lesz.
That was productive.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
Child synth prototype may
Have you seen my
truly be
girls?
the key to
I
our
hope they're
future.
not getting into too much trouble.
Ó, várjál már, ez nem az.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Authorized to be where? What is this place?
You're standing in the Advanced Systems Division, and you are not a part of my staff. If you want a tour of the place, why don't you ask Father, seeing that he's apparently given you the keys to the castle? Now, can I get back to work?
What are you working on?
There's no getting rid of you, is there? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lion let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
Are you kidding me? I am surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
You need to stop working for the enemy and come work with us.
Ah, there's the old Brotherhood spirit. I'd almost forgotten how much I missed the intimidation and the threats. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
The Institute is deceiving you.
So now you're just gonna hurl baseless accusations to get what you want? Come on, you can do better than that.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Are there any other options?
That's my offer. Take it or leave it.
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
That seems kind of unnecessary.
I assure you, it's necessary. The relay is the only access to the surface that we possess. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Okay. Vagy tízzak le. Az intézetiekkel, vagy nem? Jó kérdés. Ezt megszerzem itt a dolgokat, azt meglátjuk.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Elméletileg bent vagyunk a laborban. Elég. Réginek tűnik.
Got it.
Na jó. Bombs, hasonlóság 2.
There we go.
Pont annyi volt. Na. valami járkált? Le is baszta a kezemről az erőpáncélt. Ez nem fasza. Nem nagyon jött be az élet, úgy látom. Csak úgy, hogy tuti, hogy jó. Zsíkreta. Kinyílt az ajtó, faszom. Faszom. Védelmi rendszer különösebben nem izgat. Szupermutánsokat gyártott a faszi. Mondjuk ezt tudtuk, de na.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing? He won't see reason. Then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. Anyone should find this after I'm gone. Know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand? Make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done. The lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Lehet. Tuti, hogy ezeket emberekből csinálják. Esélyes, hogy nem fogok lepajtízni ezekkel, bár tök mindegy, mert a testvériség is aprítja a népet. Ezek is aprítják a népet.
I'm sorry, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat.
Nagy dilemma ez, hogy az intézet vagy a testvériség. Másik két csoportosulás eddig nem nagyon jöhet szóba.
Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
You're
Maybe
here.
I should take some
Glad
courses
you made
with
it.
me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us, and and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Power armor, huh? You take down a Brotherhood soldier?
Na ja. Használd a hálózati szkenner holoszalagot.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Most el kell döntenem, hogy kinek segítek.
Report, sir.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Safety first. Remember that.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got. I never promised I'd return to the Brotherhood. I said I would consider it. You're just going to have to trust me. If the Brotherhood didn't, they wouldn't have risked sending you to find me in the first place. Now hand it over.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
Ez van.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Nem is tudom. Lehet, hogy csak az lesz, hogy a testvériséggel maradok, bár ezek nagyon prónak tűnnek, de...
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Azt se tudja. Kéne nekem egy
If you ask me,
szalag.
we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Ide be kéne integrálni. Nem tudok. Hol tudok belépni egy terminálba vajon? Ott a zöld Janiknál ott be lehetett egy belépni.
Yes?
Hálózati szkenner. Nem a szintretencióhoz kéne menni, hanem a biobaszáshoz, biotudományokhoz. Az pedig pont eltakarja a fa. A robotika, az a titkos, akkor ez lesz az. Nem is tudom. Mind a kicsit gyepes és túllövi a dolgot. Az acéltestvériségesen is túllövi a dolgot, meg a másik is. Azt a végén lehet az van, hogy mind a kettő ugyanazt akarja, csak be van gyepezve. Jó lenne a fiammal csinálni a dolgokat, de itt az intézetben, de a Brotherhood of Steel-re akarnék bánzányt. Jó lenne, aki tudná békíteni a kettőt, de valószínűleg erre nem lesz lehetőség. Mennyivel vagyok túlterhelve? 515, 455, az 30-55 kiló. Megoldható egy ilyennel. Egy buffátokkal. 480. 110 és egy angol sörrel.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Nem gyors utazok, sokáig kitart ez. Talán 5-öt, vagy valami ilyesmi.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
We're looking more sense. You're all useless. All right. That's all for now.
In the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Understood.
Másik oldalt jöttem fel.
SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Még megijedtem, ember. Nem alattam van, ugye nem? Ott van. Hol a gomb? Jó van. Hát... A sörtünetei elmúltak, vagyis nem tudok most tevékenykedni. Ebben az részben lesz benne, jó. Nincs más cuccom. Van. Ez egy első baj, bazd meg. Ez egy első generációs szint lehet. Az a kérdés, hogy kinek kéne segíteni. Ezzel nem bírok, nagyon meg vagyok akadva ezen a dolgon. Hogy most az acéltestvériség meg az intézet van játékban, a másik kettő egyáltalán nincs játékban. Meg lenne a technológiai fasz a dolgokat csináljanak, de közben egy csomó embert kinyírnak meg minden, úgyhogy ez érdekes.
Now that you've had a chance to see
De az
the institute
acéltestvériség is
firsthand,
ugyanezt csinálja.
what do you think?
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos, you'd
I
be
see.
wrong.
It's not just about the gizmos, as you say. I hope you'll see that in time. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free
However
will.
closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creation. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named under his leadership. The Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Na, az kellett még egy fasz a dolog. Most a vasút az így se úgy se játszott közre a dolgokban. De már már itt találtunk egy bőrbönt. Akkor azt megisszuk. Mondjuk azért van valami, amit mond, hogy nem olyan jó dolog szabad akaratot hagyni nekik. De akkor is basszod, az ő választásuk a dolog. Pont a izé repült el, bazd meg a picsába, valamerre arra. Mi az? Legendary. ritka, hogy a komák nyomják, de... Bázd meg. Mindig azon morfondírozok, kinek legyek a barátja. Bizniszeljünk, mielőtt megyünk bandázni. Jöjjünk el ide.
You should eat more, sir? My dad was outside.
So what? You're in the Brotherhood of Steel?
Sell everything. Skin packs.
Let's see what you got.
There you are.
Hey.
You point? I shoot.
Nincs nálad semmi, jó. Autós mozi. Az a baj, hogy nem tudom biztosan bizonyítani, hogy szóval ott tartottam, hogy nem tudom bizonyítani azt, hogy az intézet jobb, mint a Brotherhood of Steel, vagy a Brotherhood of Steel jobb, mint az intézet. Ugye a Brotherhood of Steel is így bevonul, megszállott csál, ha tetszik, jó? Ha nem mentsz a levesbe. Szóval azért azt még így át kéne gondolni. Technológiailag valószínűleg a menőbb az intézet. Technológiailag, de mindenki azt mondja, hogy az emberek javát akarja, de vajon tényleg így van ez? Az előző Brotherhood of Steel-es bölcs az jól vágta az ipart, az segítette az embereket, minden, de ezek akik most vannak csak így megszállnak, mint az állat.
Hey,
és az
where do
azért
you want me?
nem hangzik olyan jó. Kurvára nem bírsz el szart se, bazd meg. Basszám már. Alig adtam neki valamit. Az ott mi? Ha most figyelem, az ott mi az ott? Lakott területnek tűnik. Hogy oda kell mennem majd, lehet. 535, 545, ez így nem Franco, Dance Paladin. Igen, oda be lehet majdnem menni. Aha. Aha, valószínűleg ez nem mindegy. Paladin koma, akkor várjál, Paladin koma.
Hey, awaiting your...
Adunk neked olyat, hogy... Jó, 5.35-ön vagyunk. 4.40. Szintet léptem, nem? Még kell. Majd akkor a súlybíró cuccost fogjuk feltolni. Szóval visszajövünk ide. Nappal lesz, kell alumíniumot vennem. Drága alut megvesszük. És tudom, most az lenne a fő célom, hogy befejezzem a főküldi sorozatot, de nem is tudom, akkor sok külditől elesem. Nem átmegyünk jó szomszédságba. Bezártak a bazárok. Tudom, 4-5 főküldit bukok, hogyha megcsinálom a főküldi sorozatot legalább, mert akkor az összes, az intézetnek segítek, bukom a többi küldit, többi frakció küldit, ha másiknak akkor ugyanez. Meglátjuk. Ha lehet végig tolom azt többi sidequestet, átviszem majd, mikor kedvem tartja. Egész jó ez a játék. Olajrézólom. Viszünk. Rezet, az több lőszerhez kell. Gyere, dance.
Heads up. Ready. Feel like trading some equipment?
Cleo.
Don't worry. I only...
Sure. Let's take a
murder and...
Uh-huh.
Nem tudom, kivel legyek, őszintén megmondom. Eddig az acéltestvériség tűnt a jó választásnak.
What is it?
What do we do?
What do you think, dumbass? Everybody up, we got trouble!
We may have a problem. Sorting through your gear and dropping anything you don't need.
Heads up.
Need something?
Jó. Térjünk vissza ide. Nappal vannak. Kell keressem ezt a Janit, azt ki kell nyírjam, hogy küldi rám a vérgyilkosokat, bazd meg. Kurva köcsögök.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and personal.
Let's see what you
Self.
Uh-huh.
elméletileg. És lehet náluk Gauss puska, hogyha 30-valahány szint fölött vagyok. De még hasonlót sem látok.
Look alive.
Ha lenne egy Gauss puskám, ott több fegyvert sem hordanék magamnak.
Go ahead. Hey there.
You know, a shotgun's great insurance against raiders, but I got a lot of options here.
Let's see what you got.
Feel free to test the...
Visszajövünk. Autós mozi. Javítunk egyet.
Easy living.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
Jöhet a réz is ide. Ó, nem. Amit én szét szeretnék szelektálni. Fú, várjál, Szonya. Egy csavarhúzó, csavarkulcs. Hú, gyorsan megnézzük, hogy mik fognak kelleni oda. Azt mondja, hogy quest. Azt mondja, hogy side quest. Azt mondja, hogy 81-es bunki. Maintenance man. 15 kupak per szerszám. Jó, na azt mondja, hogy van csavarhúzó és csavarkulcs. A wrench meg a screwdriver. Meg van kell kalapács, combination wrench kalapács, amit IK kalapács. Kombinált csavarkulcs, az a combination wrench elméletileg. Ball pen hammers, adjustable wrench, azaz állítható, az A betű az a végén lesz. Állítható csavarkulcs. De mi az? Az a másik fajta kalapács kéne legyen, de mi annak a magyar neve? Talán szegecselő kalapács? Megnézzük a formáját. Hát ez kurvára nem úgy néz ki. Aha. De ez hammer csak. ennek a kalapásnak a formája van. Mindegy, visszük. Kiszelektáljuk közben. Kézműves kalapács. Kügykőműves kalapács. Ezt is visszük. Kovács kalapács. Karmos kalapács. Na, ezek kalapácsok közül melyik lesz a jó? 2 valószínűleg. Jó, Google fordítózzunk. Gyűjtjük az információt, hogy itt hogy is vannak a dolgok. Fordító. Mi a fasz? Van. Oké. Gömböljük kalapács. Nem tudom. Hát szétszelektáljuk, aztán meglátjuk, hogy mit dob a masina. Azt mondja, hogy alkatrész szortírozó, bazd meg. És nekem nem... kurva életbe. Nekem nem alkatrész szortírozó kell, bazd meg. Hanem... lehet alkatrész szortírozó is, az nem gáz. Csak akkor át kell tenni őket. Aha, nem tudom tenni, mert nem bírom. Ez pont ebbe az irányba. Nem ebbe az irányba. Kéne beillegyen ide, nem? Akkor beilletsz majd így, bazd meg. Szortírozó kell. Az, hogy az csak 3 darab és... nekem több darab kéne. Akkor ezeket eltároljuk egyszer és... bazd meg. Azt hiszem még beépítem ezt. Beépítek. Még egyet. Még egyet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Egy tárolót a végére. És akkor ide. Szerintem már a tárolókat el sem bírom majd helyezni. Igen, lerakom az utolsót és már tele is van. Nem? Oké. Így mégis esetleg jó lesz. Így még jó lehet a dolog. Na. Akkor itt szelektáljuk a csavarhúzót. Itt szelektáljuk a csavarkulcsot. Itt szelektáljuk. Ó, geci, de hülye vagyok, bazd meg. Hát itt lehet egyel több mindent szelektálni. Kalapács, kalapács, üves kalapács. Le is teszteljük a hipotézisemet. Kiment belőlük az olaj meg az ilyesmi. Kell egy olaj és egy réz, azt hiszem. MN olaj. OPQR réz. Kell egy olaj, egy réz. PQRST trágya. Nincs trágya itt. Hát akkor van a szelektáljuk máshol. Egy olaj. Ez a lőszerhez kell, ez azt jelenti. Nem bontjuk le. Kipróbáljuk a hipotézist. És ha már itt vagyunk, még javítunk, beindítjuk a gyártást is. Nem tudom, hogy mit gyártunk, de megnézzük. 5 millis lőszer. Jó. Ez úgy mehet. Elég horribilis, terribilis elakadás van, de mitől? valószínűleg nincs elég áram. Elfelejtettem ezt az aprócska dolgot megnézni. Au, 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 au. 5-10-15 van. Akkor rácsatlakozunk a nagy hálózatra.
Yes?
Ez így van, ez azt jelenti, hogy erre és erre nincs szükség. Hipotézis sem helyes, akkor ezt nagyon le fogjuk egyszerűsíteni. Hipotézis sem helyes. Ez annyit tesz, hogy áram ki. Itt a dolgokat.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
Az olaj és résztartalmú cuccokat ide.
Lost track of how many police there are.
a szortírozó. Ebben vannak a lapácsok. Az átjön ide.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Jó. Akkor ide. Nem lámpák, bazd meg. Elhelyezzünk. Alkatrész szortírozót. Alkatrész szortírozót. Nem helyezzünk el alkatrész szortírozót. Egy végső raktárat helyezzünk el így. Kalapácsokat, ilyesmiket itt elraktározzuk majd. Kiszelektáljuk. És itt is egy picit átalakítjuk a dolgokat. Ide betesszük az olajat és a rezet. Ide meg. Ez az egész kódszerájt egy szortírozóval meg lehetett volna oldani, baszki. Hát idő kellett, míg rájöttem, hogy jól elbasszam a menetet, de ez van. Van 4 generátorom. Jó. Kerül itt minden a régi kerék. Ó, nem ez kell. Vágásba.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
Jó, javítsuk meg a páncélunkat. Lenne talán jó, vagy a belső adatbázis. Legyen az intelligenciának nagyobb hasznát veszem. A bemérő hub is érdekes. Várjál?
Would it be possible to speak?
Azt a kurva! De baba néz ki. Használjuk ezt. Nem ide. Elég sok minden van itt, amit át kell szűrni. De jól néz ki ez a cucc, baszod. Tiszta királyság. Falon keresztül nem érzékel, de egész jó ez a dolog. Na, együnk valami nehezet.
I'm very successful.
Részbólum olajtrágya. Ebbe is van némi matéria. Ugye ebbe megmaradnak a dolgok, amit nem kellene egy átás során, mert ez szétszedi a dolgokat, és ami megmarad, a szétszedi az idején. Ami meg nem kell a lőszerhez, az kimegy oda. Elég volt.
Don't much care for good. Place is nothing but trouble.
Na jó, befejezgetem ezt a szelektálást, majd innen folytatjuk a következő videóban. Csácsomicső, mindenkinek gyertek akkor is a következő videóban. Hát a főküldővel próbálunk majd foglalkozni, azt meglátjuk, hogy mennyire sikerül. Na pá!